famous rabbis, chief rabbis in Jerusalem at various different stages of time. We'll go back to 16th, 17th century territory over here. There was a famous rabbi, Rabbi Gedaliah Cordevero. We're going to concentrate on in today's video over here. Now, he was a great Talmudic scholar, a great rabbi of his son, the chief rabbi of Jerusalem, one of the great rabbis. He was born in the year reported over in 1562, passed away in 1625. He lived approximately about 63 years of age at the time. He was actually born in the holy city of Tzfat and passed away in another holy city in Jerusalem, the capital city of Israel. He was, his father was a famous rabbi, Rabbi Moses Cordevero, rabbi we've spoken about on various occasions in this series. We actually did a video on him nearly about 3 years ago at the start of the series. It was one of the first videos that we did. That's interesting. He would move Rabbi Gedaliah Cordevero, I believe, in the year 1592 to Jerusalem, and that's when he would be appointed the chief rabbi of the city. And I remember originally, especially in the 16th, 17th century, it used to be, before there was a Rishon LeZion, it was a chief rabbi of Jerusalem. It was a main, let's say, head authority, let's just say, for the country of Israel at that point in time. And then eventually he'll become a Rishon LeZion. So he was pre-Rishon LeZion territory over here. He was a pre-rabbi at that point in time. It was actually called, I think in Arabic, the Sheikh Ali Yaqut. And this was recognized as chief rabbi, head rabbi of Jerusalem by the Ottoman authorities at that point in time. Now, Rabbi Gedaliah Cordevero was a Kabbalist. He was a great halachic authority of his time. He was a rabbinic emissary. I believe maybe he would travel from various different places all over Israel to raise funds for Israel in itself. We'll go to various different other countries. He was the head, I think, of the Jerusalem rabbinic court, I think in the year 1614. So that naturally would be like head of Jewish court there. So naturally he was likely to have been a Dayan, as we say, in charge at that stage in time. And I spoke about Rabbi Moses Cordevero on various occasions before. He was a famous rabbi in Tzfat and was part of like an elite circle of great Kabbalists. His father was. Now, let's just go early into Rabbi Gedaliah's life. I think when he was only 8 years of age, he would study with a famous rabbi, Rabbi Shlomo Sagis, or also known in English as Rabbi Solomon Sagis. And I think around the year 1584, he would be about 22 years of age. He was in Italy. Rabbi Cordevero Gedaliah would spend time in Italy, and he would engage in the book trade business over there. He would be primarily in Venice, I believe, over there, and he would publish, I think with the assistance of another famous rabbi, Moses Basola, I think, and Rabbi Menachem Azaria of Pano. He would print various different Kabbalistic works over there. Now remember, on this series already, we've spoken about the whole week, about a good 10, maybe about 8 chief rabbis who concentrated on already. That was around the 1500s era, 1600s era, and maybe at the start of the 1700s of the Rishon LeZion period in of itself. So it's not the first rabbi we are speaking about this week in of itself, and not the first rabbi that had strong links to Italy. But remember, in those days, apparently in the Ottoman countries, when it was under Ottoman rule, there was very close ties with the rabbinic structure of Saloniki, of Greece, with Italy, with all those different vicinities, also of Turkey at that point in time. So while he was in Venice, he would publish his book along with Rabbi Moses Basola, the Basilia family, and Rabbi Menachem Azaria of Pano. Rabbi, I believe, we've spoken about on various occasions before. They would print various different of the great Tzfat Rabbonim, of the great Tzfat scholars from the places, including among these great Torah colossal books, included his father's book called the Perush Seder Avadot HaYom Kippurim, and also the famous book, the Or Ne'erav. And he was very active while he was in Italy. He would mitchazek the community, he would give over grandiose sermons. He would expound eminent, he would really promote Torah at a huge rate in of itself. He was very close with Rabbi Yisrael Saruk, who I believe at that point in time was based in Modena, and where they urged the people, it was reported over here, the adoption of the Tzfat customs, the minhagim of Tzfat, for example, to rise early, let's say Tikkun Chatzot, mourn the destruction of the Bet HaMikdash, and to pray for the redemption. Very interesting. Rabbi Gedaliah he went around the year 1590, 1592, I believe, to Jerusalem, and then he would be appointed the chief rabbi, as we stated before, of the authorities over there. The title was a Sheikh al-Yahud, the chief of the Jews over there. This is a position he would take until he passed away, I think in 1625, so it would meet him before the Rishon LeZion status, possibly maybe the longest serving chief rabbi of the Jewish community of Israel at that stage in time. I'll have to double check on that. I think there was discussion, I think especially in the year 1607, between him and another Jerusalem scholar, Rabbi Menachem Lonzano. I think there was various different assistings in, like, where he helped him to assist and get him to top office. And I think there was a robust debate, discussion at that point in time. And this would actually lead to Rabbi Lozano to actually leave Eretz Israel. But please, everyone, double check on that. But I think then afterwards, Rabbi Lozano would return to the land of Israel, and there would be good relations between them, if I'm not mistaken. I think he would, Rabbi Gedaliah would also travel to Italy in the year 1609 and 1611 as a rabbinic emissary, as a Shochet de Rabbanan. And in 1625, it's reported over the disturbances during the tenure of the office of Ibn Farouk, who happened to be the governor of Jerusalem, imposed severe strain on Rabbi Gedaliah Cordevero, let's just say, on his capacity as a chief rabbi, and he passed away over there. And I think there were riots that took place at that point in time, which I recommend everyone to learn within regards to that specific time period in of itself. So he was a famous rabbi involved in printing Kabbalistic works, gave a grandeur sermons, encouraged huge audiences to be inspired by the famous Kabbalists of Tzfat. He really brought about new, tried to bring new ideas, or not ideas, importances within regards to the daily prayer schedules, which to get up in the middle of the night. He was very much considered at the top position among the Ottoman authorities. He was a halachic authority over there, and he was also in 1614, just to add to it, the head of Jewish court, the Abbed in Jerusalem, also respectively. So he had many great titles, many accolades. He was one of the great rabbis of his time period. Please learn more about him. Please watch over the previous videos we've done covering the famous chief rabbis of the holy city, the capital city of Israel, Jerusalem. And please share the videos. Subscribe now to the channel, please. We're near on 6,500 subscribers over here. If you descend from any of the Rabboni we are speaking about, please send me an email. I would love to hear more information. Please, I will. If anyone is interested in watching these great videos we are doing, please share the videos to other people also, and tell them also to join. It's actually not a coincidence we're speaking about Jerusalem. I actually happen to be here on a bus in the holy city of Jerusalem, and just enjoying it, loving it. Hopefully we'll all be reunited here back in Jerusalem this next year coming. At the moment, we want to see blessings all over the world, and stay tuned for more great content over here. I'll leave you with some beautiful scenes on this very important biography of the Jerusalem hills, just to finish off the video over here as a special treat. Here we are. This is the Jerusalem hills over here. Also in this holy city where Rabbi Gedaliah Cordevero was head of Jewish court. We're talking about more than 400 years ago. It was until 1625 was his passing. So in fact, yes, exactly 400 years ago he passed away. So this important city, and we see the heritage of this city, and Rabbi Gedaliah Cordevero very much was a great part of the video. Please, everyone, if you also type in Rabbi Moshe Cordevero, Rabbi Moses Cordevero, we also covered a video on that great famous Kabbalist just over nearly 3 years ago, when I believe it was at the time of his Hilula we did it. So this is the hills of Israel, just about to come inside a tunnel over here. You can see the Israel flags over here. Rabbi Gedaliah Cordevero was a rabbinic authority of that great era in of itself. Wishing wishing you all a fantastic day. I hope you enjoyed this short mini tour as a treat for all subscribers of the channel. Take care and be well.